Okie dokie, everybody. Welcome back. You're here at the Fox Den with Pater Voss, the Papa Fox, and we are going to continue playing Tyranny by Obsidian Entertainment. When we last left off, we had a discussion with Tunon, a lengthy discussion, where we also tried to come out on top with Barrack, and also not get too much on the bad side of Tunon. We are still trying to play the knife's edge and keeping him on our good side for the moment, but there we go. Okay, let's see what we got here. Speak with Barrack, as we have next on his little quest. Stirring Visions, we can investigate the Spire. Trial of Archons. Tunon is displeased with the chaos that emerged from Vendrian's Well. We need to find evidence. Take note of any evidence of negligence or incompetence or outright treason found within the disfavored or Scarlet Chorus. Forging an alliance. Oh! Wait, I already thought You'll need to work with them to create... Okay. Huh. In the Tarkis Arri waits your arrival in Ascension Hall to foster a new alliance you have with the rebels. Speak with her to determine what your next steps should be. I thought I already did that. Okay, well, let's go ahead and speak with Barrack. Only the slightest nod of Barrack's domed helm offers any indication that the soldier noticed your approach. I'm going to say this. It shouldn't surprise you that that Archon Tunon would not make what was wrought by the Overlord's wrath. Actually, no, I'm going to ask, are you okay in there, Barrack? The Archon's decision changes nothing. I have persevered to this point. I shall continue to do so, for the sake of General Ash in the north. That sounded very convincing. He stares at you, not saying anything. There may be another way. Your master was very specific in his sentence. He forbade not only assistance from the Forgebound, but from anyone, anywhere in the world. If your armor demands you remain in the armor, then in the armor you will remain. No. Perhaps some other way to free you will present itself. Your optimism does you credit, Fatebinder, though I fear it misapplied. I solemnly swear that I will not speak with the Forgebound about your armor. Happy? Let's see. Conquest. I ever saw Lethians crossing the Forgebound. They know me. 45. The Forgebound will be curious about you regardless. The articulation on your armor is incredible. At the very least, we should let them take a look at you. Let's go with lore. My armor is unique. Perhaps I can teach them something that will aid the disfavored. We can find the Forgebound at their smithy in Lethian's Crossing. He nods. Let us leave, Fatebinder. I worry that my presence offends these nobles' precious sensibilities. He bows his head to you and moves away, trailing behind him the wafting reek of a fetid privy. Well, there's that. Okay, the weight of Aegis. There we go. I do believe we can talk with some of these folks. You return. Farewell. Petra Voss. No, nothing. Okay, let's take a... what do you have to discuss? Nothing. Nothing at all. Okay, let's go back to Ascension Hall and see if we can speak with Tarkis Arri. Oh! Something new. Blood and Mark. Welcome back, kid. Amusing as it would have been to watch the edict drop, I guess I'm glad you lived. Blood and Mark, Archon of Shadows, rouses from a faraway stare, turning to face you with a wry smile. Though he stands still, he seems to sift in and out of the shadows that shroud him. Okay. But to draw blood from your allies? The Archon flashes his teeth, flat and pearly white, a sharp contrast from the shadowed depth of his face. He folds his arms across his chest, hands resting against the bandolier of blades that span his waist. Average wrath. Okay. This is a lot of text. Let's see what we can do. Okay. I delivered the edict and the Archons refused to work together. I did what I had to do. The wording of the edict was clear. They were committing fatal negligence against each other. I didn't write Kyros. I just enforced it. No. What is it to you, Archon of the Elderly? That might be kind of neat. Place your hand closer to your weapon. Every drop is justified under Kyros' law. So don't... Okay, place your hand closer to the weapon. Well, you're asking about it. One may think you're angling to do the same. Let's actually go with the Archon of the Elderly. Why not? Oh, that hurts. Almost as much as getting your fingernails ripped out. No, wait. Sorry, not even close. Were you aiming to wound me with that? What has me curious is your use of the Tearsmen, the Oathbreakers of all people. You're content to cut down your allies, yet spare your enemy. Some would consider it an unusual choice. If I did anything illegal, he would have sentenced me. We're not going to walk down that path. Everyone was going to die unless I took action. Possibly. You're mistaken to call them enemies. Oh, the Oathbreakers follow me now. View them more as extensions of the court. Average wrath, major wrath. Everyone was going to die. Minor favor, minor favor. Let's see. Yeah, well, technically this is true. Very technically. Bledenmark narrows his gaze, examining you from head to toe. Before you go and conspire with the locals too much, you and I need to have a chat. Glare silently. Everyone's keeping an eye on you because you did something nobody has done before. Got a guess as to what that might be? I'm the first Fatebinder to engage in war against an ally soldier. I'm the 2 edicts. Resolve an edict before its consequences came to pass. First Fatebinder with the old walls. I'm the first person to take an invasive stance against your rhetorical questions. Let me guess. I'm the first Fatebinder who has decided to promote some position of authority. Let's go with this one. Second, actually, but not that. The Archon raises an eyebrow and his golden eyes glimmer with the faintest hint of amusement. Proclaiming an edict isn't new. Neither is surviving or resolving the commandments of an edict. But you're the first to proclaim and resolve the very same edict, and it didn't kill you. In one fell swoop, you survived your second edict, resolved the very one you had proclaimed, and woke an arcane structure that had slept for several centuries. Why should I care about any of this? So, why are you telling me this, and did I do something wrong? And now I go on your short list of people who stand out as potential problems? More or less. Mostly more. He offers you a dangerous grin. I don't care what you do with the information, but you should know the danger you're in now that you've put yourself on the map. If you want to drum up more support from the Tearsmen, being the binder that broke the Overlord's edict is a good opener for diplomacy. Not saying trusting them is the best course of action, but it's a better strategy than watching Ash and the Voices muck around without consequence. Wait, there's, well, no, thanks for the advice. The Archon of Shadows shrugs toward you in farewell, but his golden eyes are alight with interest as he watches you. Let's actually see if we can talk with him a little bit more. That bracer you're wearing, it's rather eye-catching. I bet you're thinking something like it'd look even better on you, right, kid? This, he waves his left arm in the air, examining the blacker-than-black bracer, the strapping armlet that appears simultaneously solid as obsidian and diaphanous as a sigh. Almost a living, pulsing thing. That'd be my binding of shadows. Want it? You'd just give it to me? Why? Bledenmark favor too. Try it on and find out. He grins, his teeth stark, flat, and wide. I like you, kid. I wouldn't steer you wrong. I don't trust him. No, I couldn't really. But you must take it now. I insist. If only so I can see the expression on your face when you slip it on. His eyes gleam with a dark interest, a sly amusement as he watches you. His expression a mask of sifting shadows to hide his true intent. With a gruff grunt and some difficulty, he ratchets off the bracer off. So it is solid, after all, and tosses it to you one-handed. Careful with it, he warns when you accept a gift. Not only weapons can be double-edged swords. Okay. I've acquired the... My power has increased. What does that mean? Binding of Shadows. Okay, what whoa. Shadow's Embrace, okay. Armor 2.5. Superior. Recover, okay. Minus 10 against all damage taken. Wow. Okay, so let's compare. Mending Grips, Armor 1, 2.5. Okay. And Vigilant. What does Vigilant do? Plus 2% while has wounds every... Well, what? While has wounds every 6... Okay, so it gives a little bit of health. Let's see what we can do. Wow. That's kind of neat. Whoa. Binding of Shadows. You've equipped a powerful artifact. Once per rest, minus 10 all damage taken for 40 seconds, plus 20% arcane damage on a hit for 30 seconds. Valid weapons all. That's pretty neat. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and see what else we can see. World map. Okay, let's go back to Vendrian's Well, to the mountain spire. We're currently at the Bastard City. There's the Sunset Spire. Burning Library entrance. Iron Hearth. Unreachable. Let's go back to the mountain spire to Ascension Hall. I'll take a couple of days. Alrighty. Wonderful. Now we can go ahead and see if Tarkis Arri is willing to talk with us. I could have sworn that I had talked with her before. I guess I must not have. Oh, there we go. Fatebinder, welcome back. Arri smiles and bows. Our patrols have been chasing off stragglers from the valley, but otherwise, Vendrian's Well is almost quiet for the first time in ages. Considering what we've been through, it's a much-needed lull in violence. Okie dokie. Fatebinder. Barrick takes you aside and speaks low. Must we suffer these fools and play their game of disobedience much longer? Tier fear for 5. Okay. Major loyalty. No, we're. Well, you know, why don't we play Barrick a little bit? I'm using these Southerners to serve our interests alone. Why don't you play along for a time? No, we're gonna use this one. It's a little bit less. No, we could. Well, maybe we can gain major loyalty. Let's go with this. Perhaps you're more shrewd than I credited. When this war is over, I'll make sure to tell the great general how you won your greatest battle through cooperation. The Archon may even learn a thing or two. Barrick nods with respect. Well, we'll see how that goes. I hope you two are finished with your palaver on the side. Arri clears her throat. We need to use this time to shore up our strength. If either of the Archons decided to attack us in earnest, we wouldn't last long, so now's the time to scrounge up whatever resources we can muster. The disfavored have us outclassed, and the Scarlet Chorus outnumber us by tens of thousands. Yet, we'll have no lasting peace while they infest the tiers. What do you propose? Lasting peace will only happen by completing Kyros's orders and unifying the tiers. Earn peace at the Overlord's mercy. No. From the way you talk, I think you're forgetting that you now work for me. No. We divide and conquer Kyrus' forces. The Archons did the division step of the plan for us. Maybe. Let's go with this one. Weak and fractured with while the disfavored fight and the chorus fight, we'll take the tiers out from under them. Actually, we're going to go with this one. I like your ambition, but what you're proposing sounds more than a little beyond our scope. I'd be happy if we achieved a position of strength on our home soil. She frowns in thought. Though, if we did manage to take back the tiers, it would send a message to anyone listening in the north. Yes, the Vendrian Guard are battered and bruised, but we're used to being on the losing end. Our enemy has been drunk on victory for years and is fresh off a major setback. Fatebinder is right. With the Archons divided, this is our chance, ready or not. I actually agree with this. If we really it's fine to play defensively, but in this, if we play defensively, we're not going to stand much of a chance against Kyrus. We have to push back. We have to, even if we're a little bit unprepared and unbalanced, this might be a risk we have to take. Okay. We'll send an inspiring message. Okay. Goals happen to align but make a mistake. Name of Kyrus? No. Yes, the first one. Our victory here at Vendrianswell will send an inspiring message to all the tiers. The Archons can be defeated. We only need to work together. We sent runners over the mountains telling others to join our desperate little cause. We sure seem a lot less desperate now that we've divided the Archons, bloodied their minions, and even lived to talk about it. Let's go recruiting while we still look like we're having a winning momentum. A coalition, then. Her face warms with a smile as the idea takes root. It's madness, but it has potential. We won't know it if we never try, right? You've already proven yourself better at organizing us than the queens and regents who couldn't defend the tiers at our full strength. We've already tried and failed to unite the tiers. But you're the best chance we'll have to form some sort of alliance that can stand against the disfavored in the chorus. Fatebinder, any notion where we should start? Let's see. Locals, we strike out the other... No. Conquest. I used to be the governor of Lethian's Crossing. I left the disfavored in charge, but that can be remedied. If you can sway the locals to our cause, that will certainly be a good start. I doubt we could afford the Bronze Brotherhood mercenary company, but perhaps you can name their price. Better yet, perhaps you could convince the Forgebound to serve us. With their iron on our side, it'd be a fair fight next time we tangle with the disfavored. I'll defense Ascension Hall while I'm gone. You're in charge of the defense of Vendrianswell. Don't fail me. What can you tell me about the Bronze Brotherhood? I don't mind a minute. It's a mercenary company. Isn't some fleeting gang. They've been in business for generations. Okay. What you really think the Forgebound would make iron for you? So certainly not. But they might make it for you. Okay. I'll head for Lethian's Crossing. I'll be back with some additional support. Our intelligence might be out of date, but the town should be run by a man named Eldian. I recall Ray Tomon being the leader of the Bronze Brotherhood, assuming he didn't get himself killed in battle. I believe First Brother is the honorific. I'm told that there's a new Forge Master at the crossing, someone called Zidenia. Maybe you can convince her to be more loyal to you than to Tunon. Good travels and happy hunting, Lady Fatebinder. Salute, and take your leave. Farewell. Right. Okay. Cool. Well, there is that. Let's go ahead and let's see what we can do on the map. Map. Okay, let's go ahead and get outside. I wonder where the speed up button is. They used to have a speed up button for... Oh, pause and spacebar. Well, there we go. We're almost already out. Oh, boy. So how are you guys doing? I am doing absolutely wonderfully. I mentioned this in the last episode. I made a bit of a faux pas when it came to some stuff in real life, as it were. But hopefully that'll resolve itself. It could have been a lot worse. It could have been way worse, but it's a learning experience. I'm just glad I was able to get out of it without worse consequences. Okay. We can go to the Bastard City. We can go to the Sunset Spire. Let's see what else. Nothing yet. Let's actually take a look at our quests. Okay, Mending Grips. Let's actually put the Mending Grips on him. That should work. Cool Beans. Aversion. Okay, let's take a look. 1625, 1625, parrying, aversion and aversion. Okay, well, there we go. But let's take a look at our quests, see what we have. Trial of Archons, Grab an Ash, Stirring Visions. Okay, what do we have? Vendrian's Well. Where is Lethian's Crossing? Huh. Well, let's go ahead to the Sunset Spire. Oh! Well, there we go. There's Lethian's Crossing. Let's go ahead. Are there going to be any random encounters? Oh, ambush! A group of mercenaries, members of the Bronze Brotherhood, are blocking the road to Lethian's Crossing. Ooh, that's pretty. I love the artwork for this game. It's absolutely beautiful. Let's go ahead and just bump the sound up a little bit so I can actually hear what's going on. Oh. We're actually going to have a little bit of a longer episode. I want to resolve this little thing first, anyways. Let's see what we can see when we see it. Will be. Oh, looks like we can just take some of this loot. Items. Ooh, bronze throwing dagger and scroll. Lesser sigil of cyclical energies and some water. Let's talk with Welby. A tall woman stands there, surveying the area from a small overlook. She glances at you and immediately goes back to watching her surroundings. Welcome to Ironhall Trail, Fatebinder of Tunon. We can do business with the Brotherhood. She salutes you. My name is Welby. First axe for the Bronze Brotherhood. Though I'm not sure that title matters anymore. She pauses to gather her thoughts, then opens her mouth to continue. Instead, she only exhales slowly and shakes her head. Never mind. You needn't be burdened with my problems. While I appreciate you coming to me before speaking to Raytomon, you will need to be careful. He has, of late, been acting out of sorts, and any perceived slight can become a problem for the one who offends him. Choose your words with him carefully. What can I help you with? What does it mean to be the First Axe? I wish I knew, Fatebinder. The First Axe protects and consults with the First Brother. I'm supposed to be Raytomon's advisor, confidant, and guard. Lately, his behavior has become erratic. He's acting paranoid, manic, and distrustful. My duty as First Axe is to protect the First Brother, but I am also sworn to protect the Brotherhood. And if that means the removal of Raytomon, so be it. He has too many supporters in Lethian's Crossing right now to speak out against him. How would you run the Brotherhood? I wouldn't waste time and resources on petty vendettas, that much I can tell you. I like battle and I like rings, and with the Brotherhood, we used to get both regularly. Now all we have is fear, suspicion, and blood. I want the disciplined regiment back, and I intend to have it. While I may agree that we were treated unjustly, Raytomon's methods for obtaining restitution are despicable. Sounds to me like you're simply a coward? No. True, acting like a child when you don't get what you want is not the behavior of your leader. Let's actually go with this one. Except in this case, the child is in control of an army capable of laying waste to his home. What do you think has happened to Raytoman? Honestly, I couldn't speak to the cause. The stress of leadership? The battles with Kyros' forces? His night in the Old Walls? She shrugs. When you decided to remove the Brotherhood from the crossing, it certainly set him off. Does it matter? His behavior is endangering the Brotherhood, and he must be stopped before we are destroyed. I fear people will be hurt by far more than a simple toll. Something else? Okay. How could talking to you offend Raytoman? You chose to speak to the first axe before speaking to the actual first brother, the bodyguard before the leader. How could this mean anything but collusion and treason? I know I speak out of turn, but I only wish to warn you. Tread lightly around Raytoman. Tell me about the Brotherhood. We're mercenaries, plain and simple. I'm not going to pretend like it's anything more. Okay. Stationary typical crew. That the rings that the voices gave us were the only thing that brought our allegiance to the Kyros. Be thrown from our homes? Ooh. Not that I hold any ill will toward you for it. Decisions have to be made, and there are always someone who must pay the price. Okay. I just hope you realize some people don't like being asked to pay. Say you on our long and noble traditions, like we're some kind of altruistic saints. But that story is as old as smelly as Grandma's beastman's tail hairs. Oh boy. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to take a job that doesn't seem right to me, but a ring's a ring, and I'll go where the money leads us. We agree on this. We did a job for Kyros, but we were not treated fairly. Okay. I need soldiers. The Chorus and the Disfavored had descended into civil war, so I need soldiers to help enforce... Oh, no, not the Overlord's law. Uniting others against Kyros. Well, I'm certainly open to the idea. A world without Kyros' oppressive rule is something I've dreamed of. Raytoman will not be. Past events have set him against anyone who isn't part of the Brotherhood, and recently, not even a brother is sufficient to avoid his ire. As long as he controls the Brotherhood, it will not be a consideration. That's all for now. By your leave, and be careful. Okay, we are actually going to call that the end of an episode. If you've enjoyed, go ahead and hit that like button, or give me some feedback if you prefer. Of course, as always, it's great to see you all here at the Fox Den. I hope you come back next time and pull up a chair for some more Tyranny. Alrighty, you take care now. Bye.